ينفق ماله رئاء الناس ولا يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فمثله كمثل صفوان عليه تراب فأصابه وابل فتركه صلدا لا يقدرون على شيء مما كسبوا والله لا يهدي القوم الكافرين. ومثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم ابتغاء مرضات الله وتثبيتا من أنفسهم كمثل جنة بربوة أصابها وابل فآتت أكلها ضعفين فإن لم يصبها وابل فطل والله بما تعملون بصير. أيود أحدكم أن تكون له جنة من نخيل وأعناب تجري من تحتها الأنهار له فيها من كل الثمرات وأصابه الكبر وله ذرية ضعفاء فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا من طيبات ما كسبتم ومما أخرجنا لكم من الأرض ولا تيمموا الخبيث منه تنفقون ولستم بآخذيه إلا أن تغمضوا فيه واعلموا أن الله غني حميد. الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء والله يعدكم مغفرة منه وفضلا والله واسع عليم. يؤتي الحكمة من يشاء ومن يؤت الحكمة فقد أوتي خيرا كثيرا وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب. وما أنفقتم من نفقة أو نذرتم من نذر فإن الله يعلمه وما للظالمين من أنصار. إن تبدوا الصدقات فنعما هي وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ألف لام وأصابه الكبر وله ذرية ضعفون. الذين يأكلون الربا لا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون ضربا في الأرض يحسبهم الجاهل أغنياء من التعفف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلحافا وما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم. الذين ينفقون أموالهم بالليل والنهار سرا وعلانية فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. الذين يأكلون الربا لا يقومون إلا كما يقوم الذي يتخبطه الشيطان من المس ذلك بأنهم قالوا إنما البيع مثل الربا وأحل الله البيع وحرم الربا فمن جاءه موعظة من ربه فانتهى فله ما سلف وأمره إلى الله ومن عاد فأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. يمحق الله الربا ويربي الصدقات والله لا يحب كل كفار أثيم. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وأقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا إن كنتم مؤمنين فإن لم تفعلوا فأذنوا بحرب من الله ورسوله وإن تبتم فلكم رؤوس أموالكم لا تظلمون ولا تظلمون. وإن كان ذو عسرة فنظرة إلى ميسرة وأن تصدقوا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه إلى الله ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا تداينتم بدين إلى أجل مسمى فاكتبوه وليكتب بينكم كاتب بالعدل ولا يأب كاتب أن يكتب كما علمه الله فليكتب وليملل الذي عليه الحق وليتق الله ربه ولا يبخس منه شيئا فإن كان الذي عليه الحق سفيها أو ضعيفا أو لا يستطيع أن يمل هو فليملل وليه بالعدل واستشهدوا شهيدين من رجالكم فإن لم يكونا رجلين فرجل وامرأتان ممن ترضون من الشهداء أن تضل إحداهما فتذكر إحداهما الأخرى ولا يأبى الشهداء إذا ما دعوا ولا تسأموا أن تكتبوه صغيرا أو كبيرا إلى أجله ذلكم أقسط عند الله وأقوم للشهادة وأدنى ألا ترتابوا إلا أن تكون تجارة حاضرة تديرونها بينكم فليس عليكم جناح ألا تكتبوها وأشهدوا إذا تبايعتم ولا يضار كاتب ولا شهيد وإن تفعلوا فإنه فسوق بكم واتقوا الله ويعلمكم الله والله بكل شيء عليم. وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضة فإن أمن بعضكم بعضا فليؤدي الذي اؤتمن أمانته وليتق الله ربه ولا تكتموا الشهادة ومن يكتمها فإنه آثم قلبه والله بما تعملون عليم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ألف لام
Bismillah. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak, everyone. Excuse us for the late stream. We're having a lot of technical difficulties here with the Xplane 12. I didn't have enough time to set it up properly. I had to do the Caliphate Ramadan Mubarak livery. As you can see, we have the blue tone here at the bottom of the aircraft, as well as the text on the tail. Not very professional looking, but I'm looking to improve that for next stream. And the streams to go on, the frames are pretty low, so I'm not sure how well we're gonna go here. We have a rainy day here in Oejn. I've turned graphics to low because otherwise we'd have no frames. So bear with us, and for today try to focus on the realism of this beautiful add-on, which is the Zibo mod. Right? So today we will be flying from Jeddah all the way to Riyadh at flight level of 370. We'll have our cost index around 20. Passengers 126 on board, and block fuel will be 7.2 tons, but we'll obviously increase it to 7.4 for some extra added help. Our departure time is in about 25 minutes set, so we should be just about there when it comes to prepping the aircraft. Now, Avitab, I haven't managed to install it successfully. I've installed so many other add-ons. Avitab, I just had an issue with it. I've placed it where it says, but it's not showing, so I'll just have to look at that later on. We have some upgraded hardware here with our yokes and everything, and obviously our thrust. Okay, so I hope you guys, alhamdulillah, are having a good Ramadan so far, and I hope you are following the advice we said last week. And let's spend some time here flying this beautiful Zibo mod, which is a freeware aircraft for Xplane 12, 11. For those of you who don't know, this is a very well made Boeing, and it is approved by real life pilots and for its realism. And obviously I always refer to, when it comes to Boeing, just think of Flight Deck to Sim. Flight Deck to Sim is just a real Boeing pilot based in the UK. He's also a YouTuber, and he flies this aircraft and always gives it praise on how realistic it is. So with that, obviously we're taking it. We have a rainy day today. Not sure how bad it sounds. Let me go quickly check the stream. No, the stream seems fine, so if you guys have any issues with the sound, you can let me know. Yeah, it was a hectic week, I have to say, but and I'm pretty ill as well. However, I was like, I had to make a choice, right? Before the stream, I had to make a choice. I was either going to not do a stream, cancel it, and that would give me enough time to create the proper liveries outside here for next week, or I would do a stream and I would show up, tell you a disclaimer that this stream is a test stream, and so you can still have something to watch, which is still realistic. I mean, most of the time we spend it in the cockpit, so it doesn't really matter what the livery looks like, unless you know what I mean. So I think I made the right choice, of course, alhamdulillah. So let's get started with the real thing. What I do have, and the minimum stuff you really want is better pushback and the audio checklist over here. So we're going to go with and deculling out the... I've used this before, a year ago, if you remember. But we're gonna go with either Lars or Flight Deck to Sim. Let's go Flight Deck to Sim because obviously we gotta give this guy some props. He's a very good streamer. And he is a real Boeing pilot. So let's press start. And it will show us this. We won't do it for now. What I do is I usually put it down here. And it's always in view. And I can just drag it up as I need to. So let's get started with the aircraft. Batteries on. I need to provide ground power. So ground power on. Electric hydraulic pump set to on. And gear lever is down. 3 green, 6 green. Let's go ahead and do our tests. Alright. Fault APU detected, inoperable, overheat detection, master caution checked. And fire test. Wheel well light. Engine lights, engine 1 and 2 overheat, fire warning, overheat detection test has been completed. Let's quickly do our cargo test as well. Forward aft and DSCH, lights on, fire warn, test has been completed. Quickly check our circuit breakers. All seem to be nice and clear. All are in. Let's check our door. There we go, lovely. And of course, let's go ahead and do our flight recorders and our max speed tests. These won't be ready yet, so that's fine. We just leave them and let's turn on the nav here and quickly see how long it will take. 6 minutes, which is amazing. Good timing. Zibo does want us to do the oxygen test as well, so we're just going to do that as well as the light test. So I'll flick these on, just make sure that these lights are turning and all the rest are also turning on as expected. Perfect. Okay, okie doke. Enter IRS position. So before we do that, I want to start loading the aircraft slightly. So bear with me on that one. Air stairs extend. Let's see. Do I need to do this after? I probably need to do this after I open up the door. Forward entry. And air stairs extend. There we go. So, let's see now. Nice. We have the passengers coming in. Rainy day. As you can see, I'm using default scenery for the reasons I gave before. We're struggling here with the performance, ladies and gentlemen. But, let's go. So, fuel weight and balance, payload. We'll go ahead and take 7.4. Now, you can still write 7.4 and we'll do that. We can go over to fuel truck. Selected payload and check the passengers. So we said we will be taking a total of 126 passengers. So that can be translated to 36, 36, 36. Wonder whether... Oh, I can add the payload total. What does it do if I add the total payload? Payload is 13.1. So if I add 13.1, I'm kind of figuring this out now. Oh, it automatically populates everything. No, but no, I don't actually want that. I'm happy to keep this 36. Keep this 0. We'll have... For these, we'll put 36 in. And the last one, so essentially what we do is 3 times 36, which is 100 and what is it, 108? 108. So then we need another 20 for this, and it can only take 16, so we'll do 16 and then we'll add an extra 4 over here.
Ground flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Okay, fuel is loaded up and we're good to go. Now, the issue I have is that SimBrief doesn't actually show me the cargo, so the cargo here says 0. And that is quite clearly, you know, of course we're going to have some cargo, right? But I will keep it as 0. And actually, yeah, wait, so the total payload on the flight plan is 13.1, this says 11.1. So we can add another 2 tons, so we can do 1,000 here and another 1,000 here. So 1.136, that's a bit extra, but that's fine. Okay, so this is our, so let's go over to our FMC and start programming that. Clear up, so we have the latest Oerk data. Let's go over to our FMC page for the gate. I don't know what gate we're in. I remember we are in A6 something. It's a weird way they named in Xplane the gate. So that is over to our route. OEJN over to Jeddah, and our flight number is Khalifa 292. Okay, we do have some sort of an alignment now. We'll be taking off at a runway. We'll quickly see. Probably, yeah, 16 left. So we're taking off runway 16 left. And let's set up the departures. So the departure is Agreb 2 Delta at runway 16 left, so 16 left and over to Agreb 2 Delta. Over to our route. Next page. Then we'll be taking the Tango 532 airway all the way to Cavour, which will be our final waypoint before our arrival. And this is quite a quick Cavour 1 Alpha, quite a quick flight planning. So 3 right is the landing, and we have no transitions. Activate and execute. Let's go quickly to the legs page and let's confirm. Okie doke. Because it is a 1 hour 45, I will not add the destination data yet. However, I do want to go to our winds, which I have to remember where they are. Let's do 370 as our flight level. Where are the winds? I wonder. Let's go to route. There you go. Let's do our takeoff performance. So at this point, I'm happy to start the legs. As you can see, passengers are loading in, which is expected. Now, over to our weights. Our zero fuel weight will be 56.2. Our reserve fuel is going to be 1.7, so obviously you always want to round up to 1.8. And our cost index is 20, as said before. Execute, infiltrate. Okay, no problem. Transition altitude is 13,000 feet. Cruise and wind, that would be 259.75. 259.075. And TCOAT, I'm not sure where I need to see this. Plus 10, so positive 10. So I think from 56 I need to... I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I can do that. I'm not sure. I won't add it for now. It's fine. Now, over there, we want to do 56 for our select. Oh, wait, not just for this. We will do a flaps 5 takeoff with 6 units of trim. That's quite a lot of trim. Maybe we haven't done the performances correctly as we thought we would. And I will obviously improve the way we do the planning here. So 37, 38, 43. So we'll add 43 over here. 43. Turn the flight directors on. And our QNH is... And again, I have to go over to a Metro website to get the QNH. It's 1010, which is a nice number. QNH 1010, and we'll set our RST to be 1170. Perfect. Awesome. Now, we're all done with the FMC. Apart from the fact that I kind of want to do the wings, but I cannot find where the wings are. So maybe. No. Click this, what is it gonna do? Magic. Nothing. We've done nothing. And one limit. Take off. Yeah, we'll just leave it as it. We'll set this guy on the legs page and over to our overhead panel. Let's start our preparation. Let me quickly check here. The radios, we don't really need to worry about radios for these streams. So what we'll do is we'll turn the yaw damper on. We are refueled fully, so we'll get these on. Our emergency lights will be armed and we can start the APU. Confirm that it's starting. Whilst that's going on, we'll turn on the window heat. And of course, pack photo. Now, the flight level will be 370. However, what we want here is to look at Navigraph, if I can find it, which will tell us. Actually, we can add this. No, we should add this from now on. So what I will do quickly is grab Navigraph charts. We want to open the Riyadh chart so that we can find the elevation of runway 33 right, which is our landing runway, and we can insert that over our flight plan, right? So what I can do is lovely jubbly, nicely set up here. Now, so what we want is O1 Alpha, opening up the chart here, and from what I can see, we quickly go over to approach an ILS runway 33 right. Okay. So the runway elevation is 2016. I assume. Yeah, that's 2016. So I'm not sure if I'm able to add 2000, but it is 2016. So we'll add the closest, which is 2000, and that's from the ground, obviously, from the sea level. We can turn on our passengers. We have APU available, so we'll start using our APU gen. We'll turn our anti-collision off because we are about to push back. So let's quickly go over to plugins, better pushback, pre-plan pushback. Quite literally the best add-on, and like the most basic add-on you can get on Xplane 12. Like anyone who does this should probably, anyone who flies Xplane should probably have this add-on. So we'll do
Ground
that.
to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
So now over to our checklists. Safety inspection.
checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Awesome. Before
Four
start to the line.
checklist to the line. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Let's
Normal
get
and
the
auto.
auto brake to
Fuel.
RTO as well. So we have 7.4. The requested is 7.4. On board we have 7.4, which is 3.6 down and 3.7 in each tank respectively.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Cabin utility. IFE. Galley power.
On.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
PAPS auto bleeds on.
Pressurization.
Pressurization is set to auto, and we have 37,000 feet of altitude as well as 2,000 of landing elevation.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
We're not using, so I will quickly put it to 220. I'll do just 2201. So that will be fine.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
So our takeoff briefing, we haven't discussed that yet. What we will do is I will quickly go over to the charts, and we will be using, the Egre 2 Delta departure. Now I am using Navigraph on my tablet, so obviously you guys cannot see it, but for the next stream, when I get the Avitab working, then we will obviously you'll be able to see it as well. So let me just quickly focus on finding the right chart. It may sound a little bit hard, it may seem, it is a little bit harder than it sounds. So to Delta. Delta. Lovely job. So we'll be taking off, climbing. We'll do an unrestricted climb to 37,000 feet. However, the chart is we have to be at 6,000 feet by Juliet November 238. Now, initially we'll climb to 6,000. So in order to respect that, I'll just put 6,000 on the MCP. Awesome stuff. And yeah, that would be, then we will also continue with our restricted climb to fly level 370. So takeoff briefing is pretty much discussed. Our speeds are 137, 138, 143. Our stab trim is 6, which I will set now. Let me use the beautiful view we have here. So stab trim is set and
Discussed.
done.
PA,
Not sure PA is complete. Is there a way to tell that the cabin has been loaded? We have all the needed. Okay, ground services, we don't need it. Let's make sure we have our parking brake on. It is on. So remove chocks. Our stairs retract and doors close. Okay. Let's go outside and double check that everything we're clean. Okay. PA complete, I'd say.
FMC, CDU,
Yeah, that's set.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs,
N1 and IAS auto V-speed set.
stab trim,
Set.
Nice, everyone's
performance,
trapped
weight
in.
and balance,
Performance, weight and balance is checked.
Checked.
EFB,
Airplane mode and stowed.
phones,
Off.
flight deck window and cockpit door,
Closed.
doors,
Closed.
passengers,
Seated.
before start checklist completed to the line.
Lovely. Oh,
Before start checklist
before start to the line.
Gear pins,
Removed.
oxygen,
Tested 100%.
yaw damper,
On.
fuel,
Fuel. Oh, did I just do this checklist? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, let's prep the aircraft for pushback. Now, I will ask whether pushback to obviously start.
Ground cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And let's quickly turn packs off and APU bleed to on so that we can set up the aircraft for a nice pushback. So before start below the
before
line.
start checklist below the line, air conditioning packs,
Off.
anti-collision light,
On.
parking
Oh, and the
brake,
transponder.
Set.
transponder,
Alt off.
before start checklist completed.
Okay, so the next tech checklist will be a before packs checklist. So we'll do that when the time comes. For now, we can quickly enjoy him connecting. The tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
The frames are low. Ah, Xplane 12. The MSFS runs better, to be honest, than Xplane, for me at least. Obviously I didn't have a lot of time to do the settings correctly, so we'll just put that on me for now. This is the best freeware add-on out there. Streaming doesn't help either, but it hasn't had as much of an effect as I thought it would. I think it's the rain that does the most here. Obviously we can't even see the puddles yet. Yeah, if I had the settings high enough for us to be able to see the puddle, then would have no frames. Right.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay. I do believe we reset the fuel flow after the engines start. So what I'll do is start the engine number 2. Low pressure. Ooh. Low pressure, there we go. And to above 25%. Engine 2 up. Okay, so engine 1 is available. Engine 2 is available, apologies. So engine 2, come on. There we go. Low pressure and 1. Start
Operation
switch.
complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Copy. We have a good engine start. I'm not sure where the rain is coming from, however, because we have a few clouds. No, actually the meter seems to be accurate, so disconnect hand segment. Lovely. So, let's set flaps 3. Flaps 5, of course. Or brake RTO. Speed brake disarm. We have a successful engine start. Turn these APU is off. Fax auto.
So it's
APU lead
disconnected
off.
and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Take care. Probe heat set to on. Terrain radar I'm happy to turn on at this moment. And obviously we'll have the weather as well. Okay. Controls, full left, full right, full down, full up, rudder, full left, full right, check. And that should be it. So let's do the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Oh, we need to turn the
Off.
start switches to cold as
Start
well.
switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
We are not in
conditioning.
freezing condition.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 required selected green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Checked.
Recall.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Lovely. Before taxi checklist completed. Okie dokie. So, taxi lights and runway turn off lights set to on. And let's make our way over to runway 16 left, which is quite a taxi distance from us. But we will be. And we are out of schedule. We should have taken off 8 minutes ago, but obviously stream. Oh, parking brakes off, and let's roll. We'll take. Oh, I must have moved the trim by mistake. I wonder how the takeoff will go, in all honesty. Because, yeah. In terms of frames, I'm talking always, you know. Let's see. I have to say, it's a huge downgrade if you don't have the settings up from MSFS to Xplane in terms of visual quality. But I do like the rain effect, to say the least. I was going to add